Hello everyone and welcome to Card Crow. Got another episode of Chillout Cards. Basically just a very laid back version of opening up some card packs, just something relaxing, nice bit of background noise. Yeah, I mean if you've been to this channel before you've kind of seen the sort of thing that I do at the moment. Obviously it's not a regular thing, but you know, it's a nice way of just kind of having someone else in the room, I suppose. Anyway, today we got Magic the Gathering. Bit of a different change to my normal pace. Recently started getting into the series. They got Murders at Carl of Manor that I've got a deck for. Really liked the murder mystery, sort of Cluedo inspired meets fantasy, so that was quite cool actually. I really liked the set they had. But recently they've released Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I always used to mispronounce this. I used to think it was Blood and Thunder Junction or whatever. But it's a Western steampunk kind of feel to it. It's actually really cool, to be honest. Picked up a bundle from Magic Madhouse because really good place to go to get cards. And anyway, it comes with 15 traditional foil and regular basic lands, a oversized spin down life counter, otherwise known as a giant whopping D20, 9 14 card Thunder Junction play boosters, alternate art, key to the vault, and obviously a nice snazzy box to put all your junk in. Yeah, I think they're quite fun. Like I said, very recently got into Magic, thanks to a particular friend of mine, and it's fun. I'm enjoying it with friends, but I've got a long way to go before I get anywhere close to being a competent player. I'd say that for certain. But anyway, we're going to open this up, see what cards we've got. I don't know the value of any of these cards, so if I pull out something that's like the best card in the world, I'm going to have no idea. Because I'm not a collector, I just enjoy the art. Pretty art makes brain go brr. But yeah, let's just chill out, open some cards, and see what's happening. So, let's just open up one side of this rootin' tootin' box. There we go, nice and easy. So, and it comes, there we go, and just like the cover, oh, okay, not like the cover, we have a funky art print. That's cool. One thing I do like with card art, at least for Magic, at the moment, I know there's a lot of Wizards of the Coast stuff going on at the moment, but at least they credit, I don't know if you can see it, maybe, no, but at least they credit their artists, and that I can appreciate, because as in one of my previous videos, I'm a big Warhammer fan, and the thing I find frustrating is a lot of its artists aren't even credited. I have got some of the Warhammer decks for Magic the Gathering, because I'm just that sad, but they don't actually credit the artist, because Games Workshop being Games Workshop, I think it's annoying. If you make a really nice piece of art, I think everyone deserves to be credited for the hard work they've done. But like I said, there is a lot of stuff going on with Wizards of the Coast I'm not going to get into in this video, but if you know, you know. And yeah, I just enjoy it for what it is. So, here's the box. One side, you've got a nice steampunk train, nice Cactus the Gathering, and obviously the other part, very Borderlands vibes. If you've ever seen the the Psycho Meat Bicycle Made for 2 video, it reminds me of the trains that go through the wastelands in that. It's quite cool. And then obviously, again on the side, and on the front, Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Just in case you didn't know which set this came from, of course. Now, inside we have these little cardboard push-outs. I'm guessing they're deck dividers, and obviously counters for different effects. I believe flying, death touch, lifelink, and not haste, maybe menace. I'm not sure. Again, I'm very new to this. Very cool looking. What I'm thinking is a commander. Obviously, Magic the Gathering card. Turn of Bones. I like this guy. He's cool. Here's Turn of Bones because you get Turn of Bones. Here's just a little guy. He's really fun. I love his art. I love the design. I've yet to get his card, but he's just fun, isn't he? And then you got +1s, -1s. No, just +1s. Okay. And obviously same again. They're fun. It's a nice way of keeping inside the box all its contents neat and tidy, but you know, it's at the end of the day it's cardboard, isn't it? And it's a cheap way of getting deck dividers if you want to use the box itself for slotting in a couple of decks. So yeah, right. Anyway, get through all the stuff that all the veterans know about. You've got obviously your attacking and blocking. I'm guessing these boxes are more accustomed to people who are getting into it, how to cast spells, cute little relevant cards, popular Magic formats, standard, booster draft, commander. Where I am, everyone plays commander, no one ever really plays standard. It's fun. Trying to shuffle a 99 to 100 card deck is it's impossible. 60 cards for Yu-Gi-Oh! Was fine, nice manageable hand size. 99, no. What to do when you turn? Basically begin, main phase combat, main phase 2, end. It's fun. It's fun, it's nice little cards to go in. What else do we have? Oh, of course. Can't forget the spin down counter. A giant T20. I think the 20 is the outlaw symbol. There we go. Outlaw symbol. Nice orangey glitter inside as well. Oh yeah, if you got one there, then yes, the 20 is going to be there. I will argue that this is so much better than the Carl of Mana dice. The Carl of Mana dice, I don't have it to hand at the moment. Really disappointed the fact that 2 and 16 are missing because it's used. It's a red die and it's used to solve a cipher on like the on these art cards. There's on the other side there was this thing that you better off with 3D glasses from the early 2000s, and I'm old enough to remember that. That's well, that's disconcerting. But the 2 and 16 were missing because 2's there. And then you swap it around on 16, and it was almost like a viewfinder. You looked through it, you ran it over this bit of paper, and it gave you an answer to something that you could pretty much Google. It's a fun novelty, but for a spin down counter, if you've gone down to 16 hit points, you don't really know which side of the die you're using. But let's see how this rolls. 13. That's not foreboding. Anyway. It's a cool dice. It's glittery, sparkly. I mean, you know, any dice goblin worth their salt knows what a sparkly dice can do. Roll a 13 apparently. But, you know, it's a good weight. It doesn't feel overly cheap. You know, you get some plastic ones that just feel like ugh. But yeah, let's get the known stuff out of the way first. So he says as he's struggling to get the. Should have brought a pair of scissors. Oh, no, we got it. We got it. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. No, yes, we do. We'll get there. How's that for ASMR? About half my half my autists, technically. Half my audience is probably absolutely screaming in agony right now. There we go. Right. Let's have a look. So, as it said on the tin, a nice shiny copy of The Key to the Vault. Autofocus is awful on this. It's an old camera, but you know. Try that. Ooh, okay, maybe that does work. Anyway, nice shiny alternate art to The Key to the Vault. You've got planes. Again, these are shinies. I like the full art for this because it looks like a hidden picture. So obviously clouds for planes, the teardrop or the water droplet in the midst of the waterfall. There you go. The swamp being one of my favourites because it's in like this muddy kind of thing with the skull. It's very cool. I always like swamp decks, to be fair. Mountains being a nice fiery hubris. The tree, it's a little hard to see, but it is just in the middle here. Looking like the tree for forest, for green. And then obviously you've got plains, giant tumbleweeds, fountain, some rocks. I think that's the train line actually going through, that's quite cool. Swamp, some nice underground caves. Again, another underground tunnel with the train coming through. It's kind of cool. Mountain being a mountainside town. Again, with a train going past the floating rocks. Kind of a bit of a journey, really. It's kind of cool. The sort of little caravan and cacti area. Nice plains of forest. Nice greenery. And then obviously you've got, you know, your standard non-shiny basic lands. Which, you know, is cool. I like the fact they have both shiny and non-shiny because it just bulks up your deck, but yeah. So, we have those out of the way. That's pretty cool. And then get the shiny ones out of the way. Right. First pack. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. 14 cards, the best of draft and set boosters. The open-chested cowboy's kind of cool. I think I've got his card. I pulled his card the other day, and my friend was like, "Oh, that card's worth 60 quid." If the bonus sheet didn't come out at the same time, and I was like, "Oh, it doesn't matter." Like I said, I like the art more than anything else. So, what do we have today? Irascible Wolverine. Bit different. Do bear with me with the pronunciations of words. I'm not very good at these half the time. Outlaw Medic. Delivering supplies. Harrier Strix, being a nice barn owl. Mourner's Surprise. I quite like that, to be honest. I like this underworld, demony, like demonic looking art they've got for like the black decks, and I think red as well. Drover Grizzly. So vehicles are now bear mount or mounts. They do still have vehicles, but they also have like mounted creatures as well, which I guess was common in previous times. Again, I jumped in at Card of Mana, where it was more like suspect, like Ace Attorney, you know, objection and evidence and all that kind of stuff. Just more, you know, elves and fantasy. Quick draw, quite like that. So, a little question for everyone while I'm doing this. Shifting Grit, well, that's different. What would you say, if you're a fan of Magic the Gathering, what would you say is your favourite set so far? I know I've come in late on the train, but I know there have been plenty of sets that have come out. Universes Beyond, there's D&D, Strixhaven, the Brothers War, March the Machine. It also includes Commander decks, you know, Fallout, Warhammer, Doctor Who, anything like that. What's your favourite set? Could be for the playstyle, could be for the art, the characters maybe, the cards. I get like Commander decks tend to reprint cards anyway, with like updated art and things. But yeah, what's your favourite little set that's come out? Because I gotta admit, I do like Thunder Junction so far for its steampunk, fantasy, and western vibe. But I also liked Card of Mana for its murder mystery, detective style. So, oh, and the showcase cards, the full art were amazing. I loved them. Omen Port Vigilante, very cool. Full Steam Ahead, well, that's different. I like that. Like a ghost train. Very cool. Ooh, Commander, or can be used as a commander, I should say. Vile Smasher, Gleeful Grenadier. Goblin Mercenary. Whenever another outlaw enters the battlefield under your control, Vile Smasher, Gleeful Grenadier deals 1 damage to target opponent. Okay, that's quite useful actually. Stoic Sphinx. Oh, here we go. Prosperity. These are like this set's version of you know, bonus sheet, I think they're called. Anyway, they do them like these newspaper articles and wanted posts. I think they're really cool. So we have Essence Capture. Yeah, I like that. That's different. That's very cool. Sort of looks like it's almost deflecting something off the axe, but actually it looks like it could be absorbing it. Might or Magic, recent clash fuels debate. And our shiny, ooh, shiny, buy our merch. Every TCG company ever. Daring Thunder Thief. So it looks like a Dragonborn. Turtle Rogue, close enough. And Soured Springs as our land. And finally, ooh, okay, you're cool. I like you. Zombie Rogue. Very grotesque. Very cool. Anyone on the back? Voted most likely to bring back banding. I've got no idea what that means. But that is a very cool token. I do like that. Very Attack on Titan-y with Aaron. It's been a while, but you know, it's like Gene Stealer Colts mixed with Attack on Titan. That's very cool. So that's the first pack. Let's have a look at our second. Yeehaw! But does anyone ye? Good old Tom Scar and Game Grumps. Not very good card packs. Here we go. So, we've got Quilled Charger. So, Porcupine Mount. Holy cow! and it's an Octangel. After it passed by, the rancher swore she saw hope shining in the pig's eyes. Oh, that's funny. If you don't know, it's usually when pigs fly, the expression, and then obviously holy cow is another expression they've made into a card. Oh, that's fun. That's tickled me a bit. Peerless Rope Master. I do love how they're incorporating sort of this steampunk outlaw fantasy garb together, and it's working. It's very cool. Rooftop Assassin. I am hoping to build a red and black deck for Outlaw, and then that's pretty much going to be it for me for the series. The Assassin's Creed one coming out looks interesting, but Outlaw, I don't really want to get into too much depth for this. Hard Bristle Bandit, very cool, very Mantis-like. I suppose that's another question, isn't it? Slick Shot Vault Buster, nice colours, very colourful. I'm sure the quality of the picture is going to be really bad, but it is an old camera, like I said. But anyway, question time. What kind of deck do you like playing? Do you like playing, like a colour-themed deck, like blue, green, white, black, that kind of thing? Or do you play it more for its effects, more for like playstyle? Triplet Stable Master. I got gifted by my partner and fiance the Call of Mana Resonance, the black and blue deck from Call of Mana, and it's got the Theorist in it, and it is amazing. Once I learnt how to play it, it is a powerhouse of a deck. Very cool, all about putting your monsters in graveyard, bringing them back, and just building up a wall of monsters. Very cool. But yeah, what kind of playstyle do you like? What decks do you get? Do you get it for playstyle? Do you get it for looks? Do you get it for mechanics? Does it work well with what colour cards you've got? Make your own luck. Wish I could. Badlands Revival. Nice, bringing back these little dudes. He's just a little guy. Metamorphic Blast. Nice. For my next trick, I'm going to make this person a rabbit, and then I'm going to pull it out of my hat. That'll impress people. Ooh, another commander type. Kambal, Profiteering Mayor. I don't think I've got him, but he's cool. Oh, here we go. Another Prosperity. Imp's Mischief. Rude Rascal Robs Rubes Robes. Tongue twister. That's very cool, though. I do like when they get creative with the cards. The special cards, anyway. One are shiny. Ooh, pull too far. Overzealous Muscle. Very nice. Demonic Ogre. Ogre Mercenary. It's interesting that each set tends to, you've got your forest, each set tends to have its own mechanics. Another card. Very nice. The art's always very clean on these cards. I do like it. Ruthless Lawbringer. 32 out of 54. So that will be a card, and the art is just now an art card. That's cool. I like that. Yes, I like the fact that each of these sets so far that I've looked into have their own sort of mechanic. So, for example, Overzealous Muscle, whenever you commit a crime, and then it says targeting opponents, anything they control and or cards in the graveyard is a crime. And you know, it's interesting, like with Call of Mana, you have Suspect, you have, you know, Investigate, Suspect, Investigate, things like that. It's interesting that each, you know, each set has its own little gimmick, which is the same ruling in basic standard thing, but just, you know, spruced up a bit. I think that's cool. Now, just in case people are wondering what sorts of videos these are, in case I haven't explained it in the past, these are very much like chill out kind of videos. Think like the TCG equivalent of maybe lo-fi or whatever you want to call it. That so many TCG channels are full of high energy, wow, woo, let's get this, you know, let's get this gold, let's get this card, let's get, you know, this high priced £300 card and I'm already £1,000 in debt kind of thing. And it's all very high energy, and that's great, that's perfect, you know, and in the world that we are, high energy seems to get a lot of views. But at the same time, sometimes you just need to tone it down a bit, slow it down, you know, just chill out. We're all friends here. And so this is like, I guess the way I put it is, this channel is kind of like the Bob Ross or the Mr. Rogers of TCG, I guess. Just something very calming, very relaxed, put it on, have background noise, you know, I don't need people to be watching this, but, you know, someone that's there, just a voice, just to help you out. Bring a bit of comfort, a bit of relaxation, talking about pricey cardboard. That's what we all want, isn't it? £30 for a bit of printed cardboard, well, take my money, clearly. Anyway, Discerning Peddler. I think I pulled a few of her before, actually. It's a good card. Sterling Supplier. Again, very cool. The guns remind me of plasma pistols from Halo. And that reminds me a little bit of the Jackals from Halo. Mainly the three claws and the, again, plasma pistol-like weaponry. It's very cool, though. I love these cards when they kind of take a name and roll with it. You've got a Loan Shark, which is obviously speaks for itself, a literal Loan Shark. When Loan Shark enters the battlefield, if you've cast 2 or more spells this turn, draw a card. That's pretty useful. Desert's Dew. Very cool. Shadows of the Damned. I like that. I do like when they go above and beyond for these things. Throw from the Saddle. So that's to help with mounts, it seems. Target creature you control gains +1/+1 until end of turn. Put a counter on it instead. If it's a mount, then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. So that's quite useful for either yourself, if you have a character that says, you know, a creature that says, if it's destroyed, you can do this, or your opponent, because that's what you're there to do. Bridled Bighorn reminds me of Scapegoat from Call of Mana set a little bit. They do have more of a goat motif running through Magic. That's okay. Ooh! Oh, I was very much almost excited then. Fake your own death with tiny bones. Because he's a little guy with tiny bones. I love the greens and the spectral. I mean, this character became an instant fave as soon as I saw him. I bought the deck box with his picture on. I bought the playmat. I'd love to get the card, but it's a little expensive right now. But I just love Tiny Bones. I tend to call him Mr. Tiny Bones for some reason. I think Borderlands has kind of rotted me away a little bit with Tiny Tina's Dragon's Keep. But he's cool. I'd love to get his card one day. Neutralize the Guards. Again, very cool, very Wild West, very Vault themed. Sandstorm Verge. The Sandstorm Verge in the early 2000s, late 90s. And if you're old enough to understand that reference, I commend you, because we're all in the same group. Oh, another commander type. Jolene, Plundering Pugilist. Look at that snack. It's like a snack horse. That's weird. It's cool, but it's weird. Oh, and she's knocked his boots off. I get it. That's cool. All they need one is called Calamity Jane or Jane's Calamity, and we're all set. Hell to Pay. Next to Feed the Machine. Again, very cool artwork. If you can't see it very well, it's sort of almost three spectral looking beings. Two have had their heads blown off, or one's had their head blown off, the other one's taking damage, and the other one's almost got our guy over here. Oh, for prosperity, we have Buried in the Garden. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a blurb. I think it's a bit too long for its effect. That's cool though, and for a shiny, ooh, that's cool. Chrome Violent Cacophony. God, look at that. Looks like the rogue zombie token. I like that. Zombie horror. Flying. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 on Chrome Violent Cacophony and draw a card. Concerned for his apprentice's welfare, Ludwig sent his greatest creation to make sure Geralf got into the right kind of trouble. That's very cool though, and the way it sparks over the lightning, oh, I like that. Lonely Arroyo. It's probably something much different, but I like Arroyo. Ooh, and it's a shiny, nice. Barely dodged the stampede yesterday, took all night for the dust to settle. Pioneer General of Big Ralph. And honestly, a clue. Oh, that'd be good for my Karlov deck. Token artifact, clue. Anything on the back? Oh, again, that makes my eyes go weird. That makes me feel like I'm gonna, it's fighting back. So I'm gonna throw up. That's cool though. I like that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. Gone over half an hour. And if you're not fed up and bored or clicked off the video yet, then, well, I commend you. You've either forgotten, in which case, hello, I'm still here. I'm in your base, killing you dudes. I miss the early 2000s. And, you know, if you have clicked off, then obviously you won't be hearing this, so who cares? Anyway, Iron Fist Pulverizer. With our beefy big boy. Looks like he's punching a train. I think. Yeah, because then there's the cog that goes through, and then... So he must be like a... giant warrior. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay... Mystical Tether. That's cool. I like you. Take the Fall. Nice. Skullduggery. Funny thing with that, I've recently been getting back into reading the Skullduggery Pleasant books. Recently finished the first one. Used to read them when I was younger, when I was but a lad. And I tell you what, the writing still holds up to this day. Dry wit and humour, fantastic magical adventure. Honestly, if you've not read it and you like a good bit of grounded but magic, you know, it's like Fantastic Beasts if it was more like undead and necromancy fantasy. Oh, and like scythe wielding cleavers and things. Ah, you'd love it. You'd love it. You'd love it. You'd love it. If it's your thing, of course. If not, then you're not gonna love it, are you? But Skullduggery, that's a cool card. Spinewoods Paladin with his moose. It's Sam. Hello, moose. Sterling Keykeeper. Phantom Interference. Another Neutralize the Guards. Fleeting Reflection. That's cool. I tell you what, the time of recording, a couple of days ago, we had the Aurora Borealis. This time of day in this part of the country, roll in the home in the back of your kitchen. We had like a kind of Aurora Borealis in the UK, and I think it was around the world. But a lot of lovely photographs people have been taking of that. It's very cool. Longhorn Sharpshooter. Hey, hello, we got another commander. It's the guy from the box thing. It's the dude. It's the dude from Magic. I don't know who he is, but it's the dude. Rakdos the Muscle, legendary creature. I'm probably going to end up getting most of these commanders in this right. Now it's a toss-up as to who I might have as my commander for my deck. I'll have to find out. I'll do some research on him. Our prosperity is Void Slime. Very grotesque. Slimy Service at Saloons and Scrambling. Okay, so it seems the prosperity ones are written in alliteration, much like newspaper articles, headliners. That's cool. So for a shiny, another commander type, legendary creature, Girard Mirror of the Wilds. That's cool. There's balls. I'm going to have to make more decks, aren't I? Oh well. Ooh, another shiny. Abraded Bluffs. I do love packs where you can pull multiple shinies, very cool. And another token, Mercenary. Very cool. Not shiny, but very cool. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn, activate only as sorcery. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So, well, got a fair few packs left. Alright. So we've got Thunder Salvo. So it's supposed to be automatic focus. It's not automatic focusing. There we go. Thunder Salvo, like a chain gun next to the crossbow. Steer Clear. Doesn't play Buckaroo too much. Seize the Secrets. I swear that's a recurring character. I've seen them on Arena, and I've seen them in Karlov. I think there is a story to go with this, but I'm just not sure what it is. It's very ominous though. Ambush Gigabead. I suppose if I put it back a little bit, you know, you can not just see it, but you can read the text as well if you really want. Giant Beaver, another mount. Quick Draw, I think we've had that one already. Elspur Brute. Outlaw Stitcher. Create zombie tokens, nice. Okay, that was pretty good actually, good for a blue deck. Lively Dirge. So, if anyone knows what this is, I don't know what this is, but if anyone does, if you look closely, Lively Dirge has a little plus at the top. Now, I don't know if that's maybe because of the effect on Spree, perhaps, and it's +1/+2, but this one doesn't have a plus sign, so I don't know, could be because of that, but I'm curious as to what that might be. Now rip your partner from the grave and form an undead killing wave. Very much like a Barnbuster or a hoedown. Quite like that. An unfortunate accident. Classic railway victim. When did we stop doing that? Well, a fair few years ago, obviously, but very cool. Free Strider Lookout. For a Prosperity, another Buried in the Garden. Ooh, okay, for our shiny, we've got Tumbleweed Rising. It's very different, very cool. And then Creosote Heath. And we've got an art card. It's a bit different. Skullcrack. 41 out of 54. Very cool. Do like that. So it looks like we've got 4 more packs. So let's see if we can get through in one video. So if we can, that'd be great. But what about the content? Well, content at my own pace, thank you. I don't care about massive views and subscribers, I just want people to have a nice time, a nice relaxing time. Pin a nice happy little tree. So we've got Reckless Lackey. Had some of them in the Jumpstart 2022 packs, the Monkey Pirates. Or Goblin Pirates, sorry. But it's cool to see returning characters. Armoured Armadillo. Try saying that 5 times fast. Daring Thunder Thief. That's pretty cool. We had the shiny version of him in our first pack, I believe. Black Snag Buzzard. Again, the art's just really cool. Snakeskin Veil, a good instant to have in the deck. Gaining ++ counter on target creature you control, gains hexproof until end of turn. Free Strider Commando. So there's another question for you guys. When you get spare cards, what do? I guess if you play standard, that makes sense. You can have up to 3 or 4 copies of the same card, I guess. Similar for some effects in Commander with the exclusion cards. But what do you do with spares? Do you sell them? Do you trade them? Do you put them in a binder for display and then the rest get used as, switching out and, deck cards, so to speak, and you have a display and a deck folder? For me, with this set, I'm not going to keep spares too often. I think Mirage Mesa I think with this one, much like with the Call of Mana, no, I'm just gonna, if I have too many spares, I'm probably gonna sell them, or if anyone wants them, they can have them. I'm not really much of a reseller type person. Shifting Grit. Because, you know, like, some people charge stupid amounts of money for cards. Former Posse, that's a new one. And I don't want to contribute to the problem. I get cards have value and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes you just think, really, am I paying 25, 30 quid for a card that's going to drop down to a tenner in 2 months? Prosperity Tycoon. 3 steps ahead. Very cool, almost like a mirage effect. And prosperity is indomitable creativity. It's different. Ooh, and full steam ahead as our shiny. I think we've had that one before, I'm not sure. But that's pretty cool. And then the forest. And lastly, a gnome. Actually, I've got a friend who would love to have this token card. Oh, and you flip over. Plot. Okay. But yes, I have a friend, he's made a mecha deck, and he dissected the Heroes of the Imperium commander deck, and he knows I'm sore about it, as a joke, obviously. But he's made a mech deck, which is really cool. Absolute beast of a beatdown deck, but yeah, he's looking for gnomes. He uses dice. He uses a d6 and a d4 on top, and when they're tapped, he takes the hat off, which he takes the d4 off. It's very funny. Prickly Pear. Eret's Lullaby. It looks more like a black deck from the card art, but I think there's a white one's quite interesting. Stop Cold. Consuming Ashes. Patient Naturalist. Corrupted Conviction. Brimstone Roundup, not Woody's Roundup, but Brimstone Roundup. Stubborn Burrowfiend. You've got a badger, a badger, a badger. Not enough. I was going to say mushroom. Again, 2000s humour. Peak humour. Oh, another one. Spinewood's Armadillo. As opposed to an armoured armadillo. Concealed Courtyard. Very cool. Oh, okay, you're different. Oltec Matter Weaver. Oh, actually, my friend also might like this card, perhaps. I'm going to have to ask him at some point. And then I can lord over his head. Savage Smash as prosperity. Rolling Thunder. Angry Armadillo assaults Architecture. And for our shiny. Ooh, okay, I like that one. Jailbreak Scheme. Very cool. Jagged Barrens is our land. And another art card. Oh, it's the Bristleback. I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? Oh, Hard Bristle Bandit. 13 out of 54. Very cool. 2 packs left, and we're almost nearing an hour on this video, and I'm running in a battery. I don't want to speed the pace up, but at the same time, it's getting very warm in here, and I don't know how much longer the battery's going to last. So, explosive derailment. A lot of train-themed cards. Bombs and trains and sabotage. Trained Arinx. Razzle Dazzler. Vault Plunderer. Mischievous, but cool. Very tiefling-esque. Tumbleweed Rising, which we've got the shiny copy of. Conduit Pylons, because you know you must construct additional pylons. I feel half the references are gonna be hit and miss with people, but yeah. If you ever played StarCraft 2, there you go. Full steam ahead. We've had the shiny edition of that, and I think we've had this one before. Hollow Marauder. It's different, almost necromantic. That's cool. It's different. Unscrupulous Contractor. Wrangler of the Damned. Very different. Calamity, Galloping Inferno. I like the fact they've got mounts for each colour. That's cool. Got Clear Shot as our prosperity. For our shiny, ooh, Reckless Lackey, shiny. That's cool. It's different. Okay, we've got another shiny, Jagged Barons. And then lastly, Varmint as our token creature. Anything on the back? No, just discover the coolest cards. And then a little QR code. I like the cute. So, we're down to our last Thunder Junction booster. Let's see if we can do this quicker than the battery gives out. So, we've got Irascible Wolverine again. Another Outlaw Medic. Another Harrier Strix. This is worrying. It's almost like the first pack. Mourner's Surprise. I swear, if this is packed the exact same way as the other one. Drover Grizzly. This is not good. This is not good. Stagecoach Security. I think that one's different though. I don't remember pulling that one. No, we're definitely different now. Gold Pan, that's a relief. This town ain't big enough. The Whip. Very Kingsman 2. Caught in the Crossfire. Cunning Coyote. The Great Train Heist. Oh, okay, we've not got a spell, we've got a commander this time. Oh, Commandeer. Duh. Sorry, misread that. Commandeer. 2 blue cards from the hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. For a shiny. Form a Posse. And then basic mountain. Lastly, an art card, which I believe is the multi-polypool. Oh, it's signed. Cool. Down here, signature. Cool. Metamorphic Blast. That's what I was trying to say. By Michael Ivan. 7 out of 54. I do like the signed ones too. They're very cool. So yes, that sums up the whole box, if you will. There's anything else? No, that's all empty. So, that sums up everything. That's a really good box, actually, and to be honest, for the price that they do on Magic Madhouse, not that it's sponsored or anything, but it's a good way to get stuff if you want to get it a little bit cheaper, or at least easier ways of paying off for things like Magic or TCG or whatever. I find it a really easy place to get Dragon Shield sleeves for cheaper than they're retailing, which is great. Anyway, oh, I just realised the 20 is actually a little cowboy hat. That's really cool. Anyway, enough waffling for almost an hour. Good grief. Hope you enjoyed this little episode of Chillout Cards. Like I say, it's just a very infrequent video series of opening up card packs, seeing what's inside, and just having a bit of a chill out. If you enjoyed this, then, well, good. I'm glad you have. I don't really need you to subscribe or like or anything like that, because, like I say, this is very infrequent, so I don't want to get people's hopes up. These usually come out as and when I feel like it. But for now, if you've enjoyed yourself, that's the main thing. If this has helped you feel relaxed, if this has helped you, with a bit of background noise, by all means, I've done my job. So, I hope all those who watch this are doing well. If you're in a bit of a rough spot, then, it's unfortunate, but with a bit of luck and a bit of perseverance, I'm sure you'll get out of it. I'm sure good times are just round the corner. But for now, until next time, which I have no idea when that will be, take care, and, enjoy yourself. Signing out.